Welcome back, dear viewers, and you are still watching our special coverage for Gaza Peace Summit in Sharm el-Sheikh, and we are joined over the phone by Dr. Hassan Wagih, is a professor of international relations. Good afternoon, Dr. Hassan.
Good afternoon.
So we all watched U.S. President Donald Trump's speech to the Knesset. How do you read his speech marking this occasion of peace agreement?
Yes, I think these are historic moments.
Yes.
And having reached to the extent of a ceasefire, preventing transfer, and I think the Egyptian agenda from day one, we can see that it is going on the right track, and by the support of a big power like the United States, and embodied by the speech of President Donald Trump. I think these are historic moments, and one has a profound relief because of the stopping of the bloodshedding,
yes.
Stop on this war, a beginning. Of course, it's a long and widening road, but the 1,000-mile road starts with good steps. So I think that we are up to good steps with the President Trump here in Sharm el-Sheikh, the city of peace, as it is being, as it deserves to have this title.
And Dr. Hassan, how does this summit reflect Egypt's pivotal role in achieving peace and stability in the region?
Yes, I think, as I've said, from day one, Egyptian leadership put a very reasonable and very win-win agenda,
yes.
and resisted the zero-sum mentalities, and resisted imposing anything that is wrong from a humanistic point of view and from a fair negotiating point of view. And this is what made all the parties, even those who were supporting Israel, to reconsider their ideas, to reconsider that this is the only way out. The Egyptian plan, the Egyptian statements made by our President Fattah al-Sisi. I think this is a victory for Egypt to feel proud about.
So, sir, what are the main goals that Arab countries hope to achieve from Gaza Peace Summit?
Yes, as I've said, this is a very good seminal step, a decision to stop the war, to forget about the transfer and all that jazz that really put everything on a very dangerous edge. I think now we can start talking about this very long road of tough negotiation, because there are a lot of issues that is really embedded by loaded terms, loaded experiences, and incompatibilities sometimes with the parties. So all of this must be overcome, inshallah, but it needs a great deal of effort, and of course, let us be optimistic that all of these have already started in the right direction.
Sir, also, what guarantees can Arab countries demand from the international community to protect Palestinian civilians in the coming period?
I think this is a very important step and this is a very important question. But, you know, the gathering in Sharm el-Sheikh with all these dignitaries and all these heads of states, yes, this is telling, because it tells you that all of those people are the grantors for getting into that road and keeping that road developing to the right direction till there are two-state solution. And the leaders who are attending, among them Macron and the representatives from European countries, head of delegates, I think all of them has recognized the idea that there should be two states. If you recognize that there should be two-state solution, I think this is a very important guarantee that we will go on the right direction, hopefully.
And what role can Arab donors and development funds play in rebuilding Gaza's infrastructure? And do you expect European countries to participate in the reconstruction of Gaza?
I think everybody has already expressed interest in that long time ago. Once there is peaceful steps to be taken, guarantees to be made, all the requirements for all parties could be met, I think there will be financing and there will be support for re-establishing Gaza and going for a two-state solution. But also, we call upon our brothers in Palestine to be united and to be on the right track for getting their homeland re-established.
And sir, what about the significance of the participation of nearly 20 countries and organizations in the summit? Does this guarantee that Israel can abide by any agreements expected to be announced today?
I think the decision was already made, and it was made by President Trump himself and the United States. The United States now is reconsidering its move to have this kind of road completed to the very end of it, to the very positive end of it. And I think that all those dignitaries who really attended this meeting, of course, that's under the Egyptian flag, Egyptian role, Egyptian diplomacy, who really exerted unbelievable efforts to gather all these powers together to rally behind a very fair-minded agenda.
So, sir, also, if we talk about the issue of disarming Hamas, do you expect Hamas to cooperate with all sides and agree to disarmament agree to the disarmament process?
Actually, this is a very difficult question from cross-cultural communication standpoint and from real practical points. You know, I have already heard one of the leaders of Hamas in one of the TV programs. He's saying, what kind of arms are you talking about? If you yourself in Israel said that you have already destroyed 90% of Hamas power and Hamas weapons, so what is really left? Number one. Number two is that, you know, also that speaker said that this is somehow negotiable in a way that could be honorable, and I think, yes, it could be negotiated in an honorable way for Hamas and for the factions really. Because, you know, when you are talking about weapons in the Arabic culture, and especially under brutal occupation and the legitimate attitude of the people who are occupied to resist by all means, this is something in the international law itself. So you shouldn't deprive people from what the international law gave. And I think that this could be done with good negotiations and with good faith and good faith FASE. It's very important, especially in our culture.
So, Sarah, to what extent is the summit focused on short-term measures like ceasefire, hostage release, humanitarian access, versus long-term political solutions? Or do you think that these targets can lead to the long-term political solution in the future?
Yes, of course. You know, there are immediate tasks that should be implemented now, and now means now.
Yes.
The ceasefire and the humanitarian aid. People should get, should restore their dignities. Should be dealt with when it comes to famine. Put a stop on the famine that's going on. I think everyone from those who gathered in Sharm el-Sheikh agree on that. And I hope to see the influx of humanitarian aid inside the Palestinian territories And of course, this must not have any relation with what is practical solutions are being taken or not. It's humanity oriented. It is human beings. We are talking about human beings to human beings, and I think the whole world should have a wake-up call after what we have already witnessed. A lot of killings, a lot of people who are exposed to a war of starving, and now this, I believe, this should come to an end, and I believe it came to an end, hopefully.
So, sir, do you think that the absence of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu from the summit can have any impact on it?
No, it has no impact because the Israeli response was in the position of President Trump, and even the Americans themselves did not work hard on it because they understand the situation now, and they understand that Netanyahu has his own calculations to attend here. And also, you know, there are so many factors like the International Court of Justice, like what he has done, like he is not welcomed among many of the people after the killing and the genocidal war he committed. So I think that this is called the peace move, but in the right direction, and with the help of President Trump, I think he can express Israeli views, and he did that, of course, and without insisting on it. So absence of Netanyahu will not impact anything regarding this deal.
And sir, what guarantees or monitoring mechanisms will be put in place to enforce any ceasefire or truce?
Actually, there are phases, and phase number one, thank God, there is a ceasefire happened, and also there is a partial withdrawal of the Israeli army. All of these tells, despite the fact that the Israelis are in more than 58% of Gaza, but again they have already withdrew from several areas that would entitle the Palestinian to release the hostages and receive hostages, and to get humanitarian aid back to them. I think that we will never, it is not an instant coffee. Nothing will be done simultaneously in all directions, but let us hope that everything will go step by step, gradually to the desired and required objectives.
I'd like to thank you, Dr. Hassan Wagih, Professor of International Relations, Azhar University. Thank you, Dr. Hassan, for being with us. The viewers, short break, and we'll be back, so stay tuned.